Hi, Seagoville Dragons. Here are some helpful suggestions to ensure that your first day of school goes smoothly. On my teacher website, I added my Google Classroom code, but I also added my Zoom ID number and I added a Zoom link. This is for the students who, for some reason, do not have access to Google Classroom just yet. They can at least still attend my Zoom meetings. I also added a Zoom link onto my Google Classroom and I did a link as a post. So students have 3 ways that they can access Zoom: through my website, through the course name, and a link in the stream. In addition to giving them access to my Zoom meeting, I want to make sure that my Zoom settings are the way that I want them. So I'll first sign in by going up here to sign in, signing in with my Google information. If you don't know how to find your personal meeting room ID, it is in Meetings, Personal Room. Here is your ID number and a link. This is what I would put on my teacher webpage. Now moving to settings. I want to turn on my waiting room so that not just anybody can come into my Zoom meetings. I have to let them in first. I don't require a passcode, but if you do, you may want to look carefully at these settings. And probably the most important setting of all is under schedule meeting. And that is use personal meeting ID when starting an instant meeting. You want to make sure that this is active. If it is not, every time you start a meeting in Zoom, it will change the ID number and it will change the link. So all the stuff you put in Google Classroom will not work. So make sure that this is the way that make sure that this is active. I also mute everybody upon entry just in case somebody comes late, they don't interrupt my class. I want my kids to be able to chat, but I don't want them to be able to chat with each other privately. So I turn this feature on and I turn this feature, private chat, off. A good one to have on is sound notification when someone joins the waiting room. So I turn this one on and I make it present only for the host and the co-host. Because if I'm in the middle of a lecture, I might not notice that someone is in my waiting room. But with this feature turned on, I will now hear a ding, ding, ding when someone enters the room, or if someone leaves my class early. And I think that is pretty much it when it comes to settings in Zoom. I hope this was helpful in making your first day as simple as possible. I also want to add, if you would like to know how to start a Zoom meeting, if you've never done it before, you would click host a meeting with video on or off, and then it'll take you to a meeting. Or perhaps you have it in an icon in your apps. Thanks for watching.